up? What's up?
Hey.
Hey, hey, hey. Where's that come from? South Park? Or where was it from?
That's
Fat
Fat
Albert.
Albert.
Fat
Fat
Albert.
Albert.
Fat
Yeah,
Albert.
Fat
Original one.
Albert. Yeah.
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh man, that was my go-to all the time. Hey, hey, hey. How's everyone doing tonight? Or
Good.
afternoon?
Yeah.
Good.
Doing all right. Doing all
Good,
right.
good.
Yeah.
Well,
I
this
just
is our second episode, so just wanted to. I'm glad you guys got to join and everything, but this one's going to be display cases, stands, and accessories. Something all of us collectors have issues with, like either going the high end route or the custom route or like the IKEA route. So I thought this would be a good episode to have between everyone. And I got a lot of feedback on this one, which was pretty cool. Like I was really surprised at how much feedback I got on this one. People wanted to show their stuff or had questions.
Yeah.
I think all the questions will be answered here, but then also there's going to be a lot of questions after. But that's why we're here. But yeah. But Luke, just to get yours into it really quick, do you want to tell us a little bit about?
Yeah, I'm only here for 20 minutes or so, but so this is one thing I've done. So this cabinet is IKEA Metod from their kitchen range. So this is designed for a sink. So it's slightly stronger than than the others. They built it a bit thicker and stronger. And then I got one of their workbenches, cut it in half, and I made two of these.
Oh, wow,
I
nice.
honestly thought this was like the best shelving unit. Like, but you got doors for it, but this is the kitchen countertop, like you were saying.
Yeah,
That's a good
I'm a
idea.
big fan of storage. So you got to have a bit of both storage and display. But like that
Wow.
top is, what is it? 25 inches deep and about 36 inches wide.
Damn.
So you can fit a couple of statues on there. And then inside that, I've got the switches for the lights for the cabinets next to it as well. So that's all hidden in there.
Oh yeah, they're right there. Yep.
And then I was going to say, this is still IKEA. So these are the Stuva units. So these would be about 4 inches deeper than your Bestas. And then you put Besta doors on them.
We can't get Stuvas anymore, right?
Nah,
No.
they just stopped them. I only had 3 of them, and I tracked down one second hand.
Damn.
I screwed them all together, and then have lights at the top and bottom on an angle coming in. So, yeah.
When Luke says I don't know if this is what Luke means, but Luke, I found pictures of people combining their Bestas or their Stuvas by putting anchors in the back, so they stay like there's no seam line in the shelves or in the bookshelves. I got pictures of it. I don't know if you did that with yours.
Yeah, mine's on a pretty dodgy old floor, so I've got 2 or 3 long strips of hardwood, basically, and I just covered it in screws.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Clean display.
Yeah,
Very
it's very clean. And the thing I got to
And
say
not
about
super expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say with IKEA, you could go there anytime, anytime you want to go buy these, but unfortunately these are discontinued. But
You can
these
still get
resemble
Bestas.
the Bestas, yeah. Yep.
You're only going to struggle with something like that Juggernaut Wolverine diorama. Everything else would fit in there.
Looks great, man.
So,
Do you want to tell us a little about this one?
this is a before and after. So that's 12 months ago up top, and what I've got at the moment.
Nice.
But these were custom made. So one tricky thing with displays is corners, what to do,
Yeah.
which will come up today. And then I wanted a TV, so I had to incorporate that. So
Do you guys see what he's watching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Had to put that on there for the photo.
Yeah. And this
But,
is where you have one of your
yeah.
arm prints too, right? Behind this wall.
Yeah, that Alex Ross Sinister
Mm.
Six is in there. As you, so you
Nice.
come downstairs into this room. Yeah. And then you got the wallpaper from The Shining, like the carpet.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's creepy, but yeah.
Yeah. That's all downstairs, and it's an old 60s, 70s house, so it works. Yeah.
A very
Uh,
clean display.
Definitely.
Yeah, thanks,
yeah.
man. Yeah.
Both. Like, are these like in front of each other or
No, opposite ends of the room.
opposite?
Yeah.
ends? Okay.
So, and there's still plenty of space for more. Yeah. And then the bottom of that cabinet is all comics. So that fits
Oh wow, nice.
a box of CGC books. And there's about, and you can fit, yeah, like however many boxes in each cupboard there. So there's plenty of storage too. Yeah.
I love it, man. Like, I
Works.
love how you put the TV in there too. Like, you could enjoy the space while like having the. I know a lot of people don't like having their TV around their collection, but this works right here for me.
Is there?
Yeah, this is not so much for displaying statues. It's also like, this is where I go to escape kids and my wife, or
Is there?
life in general.
Is there glass cases around those, or are they open?
No, they're glass.
Oh, okay.
And the top, the thickness of that would be, I don't know, about 1/3 of an inch.
Hmm.
So the tops could take about, for you guys, about 60 pounds each panel.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so the
It's-
top is glass also?
The top's toughened glass, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
the light
nice.
comes up through them, as you can
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
I love
Nice.
that. Yeah. That's cool, man. Question for you. Any reason why you want to put art, or will you be putting art prints behind here, or do
No.
you, no?
No.
Is there a
I've
reason
got-
behind that?
I've got room elsewhere for art, and I just don't like it. It takes the distraction away a bit. Takes the focus
Gotcha.
off the statues a bit. Yeah. I'm trying to have a very clean, uncluttered look, but we'll see. I can
You're
still
there
fit-
right
fit
now.
a few more in there.
Yeah.
No, man, you're there right now. But that's something I also want to like bring up is like the previous episode. There's no wrong answer here, and there's no
Yeah,
wrong
exactly.
setup. There's no, you should do it better or whatever. It's whatever you got, so it
In-
works.
So in
100%.
the future, you say you have extra space and things. Would you go back to getting maybe trying to find more stuvas, or would you do everything custom going forward since you have these?
That's a good question.
No, because the stuvas would probably more for like 1/6 and smaller stuff. There's not many quarter scale pieces you can get in there. So
Yeah.
that other end of the room, I might just turn that into one big wall of just quarter scale statues.
Hmm.
Nice. I was gonna ask, this is custom, but that's like metal fabrication or wood?
That's metal frame, the bottom's wood, and then glass, like I said.
That's pretty awesome. That must have
Yeah.
run you like a pretty penny, right?
100%.
Yeah.
You could do it a lot cheaper, but it's custom made for that exact
Yeah.
size and what I wanted.
Exactly. And that specific space. It looks awesome.
Looks
Yeah,
great.
thanks, man. Yeah.
Yeah, even like what you did with the stuvas with like the extra head sculpts, the other pieces that you have, it's like great
Oh man,
touch.
you can stick all kinds of stuff in there. Yeah.
Mm.
And then we've got all Lego along the top. My wife's Lego. Yeah, something for everyone in those cabinets.
Yeah, I like the variety.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But,
There you go.
I would have never thought of this either. Like, this is a good idea because these are sturdy. They're extremely sturdy. They're holding up like tabletops. So
Yeah, the only thing I was going to say with these is if you do something like this with a custom top, you got to make sure you've got the right top. So they have kitchen tops and work tops and whatnot, but they're made out of different materials and they're different strengths. I reinforced all the inside of it,
Hmm.
but I mean something like that Juggernaut is just
Massive.
stupidly big. You want to make sure it stays up there. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, the legs, are those from IKEA as well, or did you use?
No, they're just a local hardware store.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
It's a nice touch, like getting it off the ground like that. I like that.
Yeah, I like to have airflow as well for everything. Yeah.
Cool, Luke. Glad
Yeah.
to see your collection finally.
Yeah, some of it.
I remember seeing
so there's
these on
more. Some of it?
Facebook.
Not too much.
That's
I
cool,
want to see
man.
more.
Let's get into. I'm gonna show yours, Buck, really quick.
All right.
Well, not really quick, but like yours next. That's his. That's his. That's his collection right there. That's all I have to show.
That's
Well,
fine.
that's all you have to show. Buck, so you want to tell us about this? Cool contraption that
So
you have?
like, I wanted to get like a very distressed look for the thing for the top where it was gonna be. So I used some plywood, some hardwood, stained everything, and then I distressed it with sandpaper. It was a bit too shiny, so I went over it with a sealer that was matte, and I got the look that I wanted. I think it looks right for what I want, but actually I'm also in the process of building a new display right now. So just because I got like some third skills coming in, and I want to make use of my vertical space some more in the room.
Mm.
But for the most part, these light boxes I made them myself. I got acrylic, hardwood, plywood, and inside to make the inside of the box reflective. I got like aluminum tape. So
Mm.
like there's honestly, how many lights are in there in each? I think I only have two lights, two LED panels in each on each side, and
Mm-hmm.
you get like a really nice dispersion of the light because of the tape. It reflects everything all around inside the
Yep.
box, right? And for the acrylic on top, it came clear, but I frosted that by sanding it, and I also got some frosted spray from Rust-Oleum, and
Mm-hmm.
I went over that as well, and I until I got the kind of opacity I wanted, and so you
Mm.
can't see the inside of the box when you look at it. You just see it's frosted. So like it's the look I want. This is just a section of my display. I guess behind me you can see some of that, and you can see got the third scale guts. So I'm just gonna rearrange everything and put in. I'm actually gonna take out a lot of what you're seeing in this image, and I'm gonna reuse some of it. But yeah, I'm gonna use garage shelves, but I still want to have light boxes.
Buck, would you say that you were someone who was very handy at doing things like this, or you kind of just figured it out as you went?
I was very committed to not spending as much money as Luke. So I I went out one summer, I learned a bunch of new shit, and it was very fun, extremely fulfilling to put after you put so much time and you've planned out your vision and then you can make it come to life with your own hands.
Mm.
It's very nice. Felt very proud of this when I made this. Um, yeah, so I really like what this came to, and I think if you as long as you have the tools and the tools you need, if you got a Home Depot near you, you don't need as many tools.
Mm-hmm.
But the tools you would need are
A
maybe a circular
saw.
saw.
Yep.
You probably don't want to do it by like with a handsaw. Although I did some of these with like just with a handsaw, pull saw, and some of the cuts. But that would be for like the table underneath. The table underneath looks really nice actually. And I followed the video on BSC by Dan. You guys know
Dan
Dan?
Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. And so he did a tutorial on how to use those metal legs, right? And that made it really simple for me. I knew they were going to be very sturdy. Those are like kind of like plumbing
Yeah,
pipe, and they're threaded.
yeah.
Yeah. And so I used that. I used the feet. I bought a bunch of different videos here and there from different carpentry channels. I found a carpenter in my area. I made friends with him. He helped me do some stuff for free, some cuts, and like we hung out for a while. We're still friends, and so I made some friends locally. That helped make this easier. I could ask him questions when I needed to know stuff. And honestly, I think anyone can do stuff like this. You just need to be patient. My first attempt failed, and I chucked it in the garbage. But thinking about the price, I would have just lost maybe $30 on the first attempt,
Mm.
because that was only wood. The acrylic stuff, I went to a plastic fabricator to get that cut. So to get my cuts right, get the square shapes, and so because they need to use like a table saw with a plastic cutting blade to get the right kind of cuts. And so yeah, I did all that. Um, and the better your tools, the more precise your cuts are going to be. The cleaner you're going to have cut, cleaner it's going to look. And for me, you can see like the tops are kind of like almost raw and exposed with a little bit of staining. But that's just how I wanted mine to look. If you want yours to look clean, you can definitely do there's a lot of things you can do that are very cost effective to get clean edges on a lot of these parts. It's relatively easy. It just takes like, you either like pay with your time or you pay someone else to do it for you.
Looks great. Quick question for you with the lights. Can you use any type of LED? I'm guessing, like would like red, green, would they like transfer
If
the
you,
light evenly?
so I didn't want that. I just chose the color temperature I liked,
Mm.
and and it's just a white light, and I chose the temperature I wanted, and I got fluorescent lights. So they're not like although there's LED strips inside the tubes, I think. um, like I just got like some tubes off Amazon, several packs of them. I can't remember which ones, but I got a good deal on the bundle. I probably had over 20 of those, and they're about 12 inches long each. Um, and there's two tubes inside each box, I think. Yeah, should be. And then I have some extras. Um, yeah, so for the most part, the construction is very simple. I got the wood on the outside. I used stain. I stained it with the kind of staining I wanted to get the look I wanted. I sanded it to get the distressed look. On the inside, I got the aluminum tape, um, and there's a square acrylic rod that acts as a cross beam in the center, so that it can support the extra weight. Because I don't just want I didn't bother trying to do any kind of physics like math, like to figure out the engineering and how much weight each like acrylic I'll
Could
call it
hold.
slab. I couldn't
Panel.
I didn't yeah, a panel, yeah. I didn't bother to find out how much load they could bear. I just put a cross beam that was very thick. I would say 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch in terms of the thickness of the rod, and it's not round, it's a square rod, and it's a cross beam where you can see like a pocket screw in front of the wood in the middle. So that's where I drilled through, and I'm holding the rods with that screw on each one, right?
You can't
And
even see the rod though through the
yeah,
plate.
Yeah.
exactly.
So
Yeah,
that's a good
because
job.
I frosted the glass, right? Like I said. So I sanded it so it would get like you couldn't see through it anymore on one side, right? On the side that's inside, but it still lets the light through. And the frosting allows the light to diffuse even better. So you get like a more diffused light. And yeah, it was relatively simple. Took me a while. The things that will make it easier for you if you want to do something like this yourself, if you have a garage, if you're not doing this in an apartment, don't do this. I did this in an apartment, but it was a trial, especially because it rains so much where I am, and I have to do all my work outside in like a parking lot, and then I gotta bring it inside. Like imagine bringing wood that's been stained and like it smells into your apartment. So I couldn't even bring it into my apartment. I had to keep it in the hallway. And at any point in time, they could just come and take it away and like chuck it in the garbage, right? Because I'm not
I
supposed to
would
live
have.
there. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't have blamed them. I would just been sad, right? But you know, I had to keep it somewhere, and I couldn't keep it inside my apartment because it's not the fumes aren't healthy for you, right? And I don't want to leave it outside because of the rain. So if you have a garage, it'll make your work a lot easier. Or if you're in a home, you could do stuff in front of your driveway, and then you can bring it into your garage to like for all the setting and the curing process in between.
Edwin has a question. How about those lights? Do they heat up a lot?
No, they're LEDs.
It looks really good, Buck. I like
Thank you.
I like for both you and Luke how you guys have the lighted up from the bottom on some of your displays. I like. You don't really see that a lot. I think it looks really good.
Thank you, man.
I think what you did with it too, these are being quarter scale ones, like the guys, Hot Toys, 6 scale. You could fit a lot of them on this one. So what you guys have is, you just think of the scale, jumping everywhere. You guys could, use it
Another
towards.
dope thing I was doing when I had different statues here was if you use an acrylic riser, because the light will still shine through the riser, and then you can have things underneath the riser as well. I'm sure like Hot Toys collectors are familiar with that, right? So you can
Yeah.
have the light shine from underneath, and you can still put other things underneath the riser, and you can get different risers. Find a plastic fabricator near you. They'll definitely be selling risers, or you could just buy them on Amazon. And you can get, if you go to a fabricator, you can get specific custom dimensions for whatever your display is. And because Hot Toys are not that heavy, you wouldn't have to like worry about you know deforming the riser with the weight.
What do you think of it, Luke?
Yeah, good work. Yeah, 100%. No, I like those displays with lights underneath them. Yeah, I've thought about doing something like that myself for Hulk transformation, but I'd like to go from green to white light.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
have it in its own case with that.
That would be awesome. To me, that's the best quarter scale Hulk.
Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, one day when I've got the time, might knock something up.
It's
The
funny.
thing,
It's funny that you mentioned Dan's video, Buck, because the second I saw your display, that's what I was thinking of is the way he has his custom shelves built. I really like that look too, and I like the how you went with something different with the distressed wood.
Yeah.
Like that's that's
Thanks, man.
very cool.
And even the top, it's not plywood like Dan's stuff. I took his. I use his for inspiration. This
Mm,
was like one long like I call it 2x4. Yeah, probably. And it was one long piece, and then I cut it like into 4 pieces, and then I
mm,
joined them like side by side. Underneath, there's a metal brace. There's several metal braces that
mm,
like holds them together with wood glue and pocket screws. And so that was originally one long piece of wood, and it only cost I
wow,
think it cost me less than $10. And then I joined it, and that's the top, and it's very stable and sturdy.
wow.
it's funny. This always reminds me of like, your wife coming up to you going like, "Hey, why can't you build us a, kitchen table or a dining room table, and you could do all this in your spare time?" I don't got time.
Yeah,
Buck, did you put 4 rods under there or 6?
I put 5, and the reason why it's 5 and not 6 is because pricing on Home Depot to get like 6. I think there was like 4 sets. Sorry, 5 like in a pack. And if I want to just get one
Mm,
more, it would have cost way more than I thought was reasonable than to just get the 5. Because they come in sets like that in fives, and then buying a singular one is more expensive. So I just got the five, and then the one in the center just acts as a stabilizer. Yeah,
Mm.
I love like the different perspective, like lights all around give the statue. Like you don't, you're getting like light on the statue itself everywhere. I love that.
yeah.
And you have that cool
Plum,
like glowing effect,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
the diffused glowing effect.
yeah. I'm planning on putting like a softer top light. Maybe I'll put those on the ceiling. I'm not sure if I'll go that far in this place because it's an apartment, and I've made too many holes in the wall already.
It's a it's a good idea because you could easily, well, it wouldn't be easily, but you could do that for garage shelving if you had the top shelf. A lot of people like try to figure out how to light up the top shelf of a garage shelf.
Hmm.
Uh, and you could easily like add a lip to the edges of it. It already comes with the compressed wood. Just add a lip, put the LEDs in there, and get some acrylic the way you did it, and there you go. You got a lit top shelf. So that's
Yeah,
good.
that's definitely something you could do. Um, Definitely, and that would work. That would work very well. The only reason
And then
why,
it would get rid of on garage shelving, you have when you use the top rack,
yeah,
you still have a lip
like
on the top
exposed,
from the edges.
like
Yeah,
on
and
that.
that would get rid of the lip because it would level it out.
Yeah,
But this was my old setup in my last place, and I used the garage shelving, and I was always trying to figure out how to get that top shelf lit up. And if I would have known that then, I would have done that. It would have been a
you
little
could
more
do
work,
that.
but that
Hmm.
would have been a good idea.
Or
I
just put
just
like
used,
lights on the ceiling.
yeah, that you could do that as well.
And if
I
you
ended
did
up
that,
having
if you
these
end up doing a
puck
white
lights.
bottom, it'd be bright enough too. If you wanted a white
Mm.
Yeah, white
actual paint on the
having
bottom,
white would reflect paint more. Sorry, the light more.
yeah,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
bounce
then
the light more.
just the top lit up like that would be plenty.
Mm. Yeah, that's a lot of good ideas.
Hey,
Yeah, so this is.
Eddie. Sorry.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Eddie, what made you go the garage shelf route?
It was the cheapest and simplest way to do things because I am not at all by any means a handyman. Like, I could do a little bit of stuff, but just the whole thought of creating my own shelves gave me anxiety. Honestly, just thinking about it, I was like, this is a lot of work. I got to do a lot, so I didn't really want to go that route. And I also really like the look of garage shelves. Like, I like the metal, the industrial look. I just don't like the compressed wood, so I use fabric to cover up the compressed wood, and just either glued the bottom of the fabric to the bottom of the shelves or stapled them. But that's what I did, and I really like this kind of setup. But the only thing is, you can only use so much of the shelf because you use 3. If you get 4 in there, it works. If you do what I did here with like the CGC comics, or if you're Hot Toys, you could fit some Hot Toy stuff in there, but you don't you can't really fit statues on that 4 shelf if you're trying to utilize as much of the shelf as you can.
Mhm.
So you either got to use 3 shelves if you're doing quarter scale, or like I said, CGC looked really good in it because I know a lot of people don't collect both Hot Toys and statues, so it was a cool idea for like CGC. That's why I threw that in there. But I really like garage shelves. I think if you're fine with open shelving, they're a really good, cheap and easy way to display your statues. You can also customize them. Like, there's some people that added acrylic doors to them, and so that way they're like dust proof and all these things. I know Rodney was doing that, so you could do a lot of customizing. But if you're fine with it the way they are, they're pretty cheap and affordable, and they're big, and they hold. I think each shelf holds like 100 pounds, so they hold a lot of weight. Because that Beta Ray Bill is really, really heavy. I think that was the heaviest statue I had. The Iron Fist was pretty heavy too, but on the top I was a little worried, so they come with 5 shelves, so I just doubled up the top with 2 shelves because I wasn't able to fit 5 in there anyway. So the tops are doubled, and it worked pretty well. I was even considering going back to this, but I might do custom stuff going into going going ahead because I do know someone who's a carpenter and pretty good with work. It's more of like a coworker's husband, so I don't know the person personally, so I would have to like create that relationship and see if they're willing to show me some stuff. They also have a lot of tools and stuff that I would be able to use if I went that way, but I think going
There-
forward I would do custom shelves.
There you go, Eddie. Only the best collectors use garage shelving.
Yeah. They work. I think they work really well, and I think they add a element that looks really nice, like the industrial look. I really
I
like it.
agree.
The positive factors I see it with these are the price, the amount of weight. If you get like, I just saw one at Costco, each shelf could hold 2,000 pounds. Like, I gotta check that.
Yeah, they go as high up as like I think 96 inches long or wide, and then like I don't know how deep those ones are, but these ones are the muscle racks. They go up to 24 inches deep, and you can do 48s or 36. I think they even have 72, and then you can get either 24 inches deep or 18 inches deep. This is an 18 inch. I should have done 24. That just future proofing stuff, but even 18-inch like that Beta Ray Bill still fit fine on there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
And then as far as lighting it, I just bought some cheap LED strips on Amazon and wired them up and set
Hey,
'em up
Luke,
that way.
you gotta get out of here.
Yeah. I'll head off. Short and
Oh,
sweet.
look.
So yeah.
Yeah, man.
Peace, man.
Good
Yeah,
seeing
man.
you,
Thanks
Luke.
for
Luke.
joining, man. And thanks for showing your stuff. Like, definitely nice
Yeah.
to see.
Thanks for having me. I'll keep watching and joining the comments.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Get back
Peace.
to work, man.
Later, Luke.
Later.
See you, man.
But, definitely got some inspiration from Luke's like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never thought about that whole kitchen thing. But like, another question though, like the thing I'm actually contemplating going garage shelving, but this industrial one, the one I was telling you about, that 2,000 pound
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
I love how deep it is. So the
Yeah.
question I had is, how easy is it to break down, and how easy is it to assemble?
Extremely so.
Yeah. Really
Is it?
easy.
There's no screws.
Mm-mm.
You just like slide the things into place.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is they don't feel as stable when you're
That's what I'm afraid of.
with those shelves, when you're locking in those notches, they don't just like lock in like when you're building it. I wish they kind of just locked in, but I needed a rubber mallet to kind of knock them in, so they locked, and then once they locked, they stayed in. But that was the only thing, is like those, it feels flimsy, but it holds up really well after you get it all set up.
Yeah. I would say like because you're using the muscle rack and they have like the thinner profile. Like for instance, if you go to Home Depot, they have like the even like thicker frames because they use garage shelves more or less the same construction with the steel frames, and they have like the thicker build there for their like when they are putting their merchandise. There's a brand called Gladiator, and that's the one I use, right? And it's very lightweight, each component. When you put it together, it feels extremely sturdy. Like I can punch mine, and I have no fear of like the statue because I have statues above me. Like I'm not even afraid of anything like falling off.
So the one I had, I didn't put the picture up, but the one I was looking at Costco is this one right here. Supposedly
Yeah.
it holds
Super wide.
Yeah, it's deep too, but it's 2,000 pounds per shelf.
Yeah.
So I'm contemplating it. Like you guys are kind of convinced me, like to use it. Oh, how do I get back into this thing? But like, it's good to know, man. Like,
Well, how
In the
sturdy are
future,
they?
I was gonna say, in the future, if I bought the garage shelves again, I would go with the Gladiator one, because also they come with black shelves already, so you don't got to worry about changing up the compressed wood or anything.
No, they don't come with wood though. It depends.
They're metal, right?
So they come with like the picture that Casual showed. It comes with the metal like wire.
Oh,
that's
there's still Gladiator, but there's some smaller ones that come with metal shelves.
So you can get that. I think that's like an add-on. I'm not sure if it'll come with it, or maybe I'm wrong actually.
Oh,
But
really?
I think they have two brands. There's one called Easy Connect, and then they have the more sturdy brand,
Hmm.
like version. The Easy Connect is like the slimmer profile. It's not as slim as the muscle racks in this picture, but the other one will come with it's like a metal mesh, and it's like a
Yeah.
checkered mesh, right?
Yeah.
I put like plywood on top of mine, for and then for the bottom parts I spray painted them black because those are the parts I can see. The parts that are above
Mm.
me, I can't see them. I don't care what they look like. I just put my statues on them,
Yeah.
right? And for my table, because I have a really big because my desk is a garage shelf. I have a really big mouse pad, yeah, and so it
I was
And
covers.
like, where are you going with
pause.
this? Yeah.
Oh man, I was trying to like think how to speak English, and I have a huge mouse pad, and so that covers up most of it, and then the exposed wood kind of has a nice tabletop look to it on top of it.
Oh, nice.
So Jerry's saying like he's talking about one from Costco, and this is exactly why I want this long one because I have a whole wall dedicated to it. You know,
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
not like that. So instead of like the setup I have, I love this setup because I can configure it any way I want or set it up any
Hmm.
way I want. But with the garage shelving, like I'm never worried about the weight here. But if I start going to 1/3, I will definitely be worried about weight. So with the garage shelving, I feel like someone said this earlier, future proof it. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's garage shelving's like 2,000 pounds. Like I'll jump in there, adjust the light on top of it too. So
I'd recommend when you're like buying it, make sure you compare the prices because like they're wildly different, and sometimes they do the same thing, and sometimes one will do a better job, and it's cheaper than another brand. So there's Muscle Rack, there's Husky, there's Gladiator, and there's a bunch of others. So
mm.
like when you're shopping around for like the dimensions you want, go on Harbor Freight, go on Lowe's, go on Home Depot, and check your Costco. Check the prices for all of them because you'll get a better price depending on where you go to buy it.
That's good info, man. Like luckily I have all those stores where I live at. But like for everyone else, if you don't have those, just go to your local what's it called your local hardware store. It's kind of weird where they store them because the boxes are weirdly shaped. They're just like really long boxes, and you would never guess that they were garage shelving. So if you stop by like Harbor Freight, like I'm sure you'll find them there. But Eddie, you found this one interesting. You said, right?
Yeah. These are not mine. These are from Rogue One 6. If you guys watch Rogue One 6, Star Wars guys, there's a guy on there. One of the hosts, his name is Steve DeRose. These are kind of like his patented. He calls them patented because he kind of is the guy that did them. I don't know if anybody else has ever done them out there, but these are Billy cases that he doubled up and kind of secured them together, so you get twice the depth with two Billies, and
Oh
it
wow.
yeah, and
Oh, I can't even see the seam.
Yeah.
yeah,
Dude, I
he
heard,
well, the
I heard he's
seam
tripled.
he's tripled. I
Yeah,
haven't seen the
I think the
triple ones.
recent
He's
he's tripled.
triple, double.
Um,
He found a way.
Oh, man.
so to cover the seams, I think on the bottom he uses the doors that it comes with come with like a sheet that like is in between the glass, and I think on the bottom he puts the sheet down there because it's a white sheet. So
Mhm.
that's how you cover the seam on the bottom, and then on the sides I think he was using like white tape.
Yeah.
I think since then he's changed it because removing the tape kind of ruins the cases, but that's what he was using before. But anyway, I really like this look. I actually have some of these. I don't have the full Billies. I have the half ones. But you could do both sizes, and I have the half ones in my living room right now. It's just they don't have any statues in them at the moment, but I did plan on doing this. The only thing, if you're gonna go with like IKEA stuff right now, at least in my area, a lot of stuff is sold out. I am in like a very like dense area. I'm in close to LA, so anything surrounding LA or SoCal for IKEA is sold out of a lot of the main things. Like you can get Billies and stuff, but you can't get the doors for them right now. So I don't have any doors on mine, but
Check
I
on
always like
Facebook
this look.
Marketplace, man.
That's a good idea. If I needed some right away, I could probably find some on there.
Yeah, I definitely recommend Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist because like you'll get crazy deals, like 10 Billy bookcases for $50 as long as you pick them up, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
these Billy bookcases are easy to disassemble. I think it's like 4 screws on the top or 4 bolts, and yeah, they're.
Mm-hmm.
I actually never seen this before, like double Billies. That's a
Yeah.
crazy cool idea.
I think the
Yeah.
important question is what shelves is he using, right? Because it wouldn't be the Billy shelves he'd use, right?
I think he's using the Billy shelves that it comes with.
Yeah, they are.
He
How-
uses in some like you can see half of it on the right, but he uses the glass shelves as well when he in some of them
John.
when he's displaying multiple different scales. Like he'll have some statues on the bottom and then like Hot Toys above them with the half shelves. So
These are the
yeah,
ones you have.
yeah, I have
Ah,
3 of these half ones.
I like that.
that's so awesome. I can see now, like, cause see that Yoda in the back? It's on the normal shelf, or at least there's only one shelf
Mm-hmm.
there, and so like,
Shoot.
or I don't actually. How is he keeping that up? I
It
don't think that's
might
a
be
proper shelf.
Yeah, it
I think
might be
that's a
acrylic or
custom
something.
thing
No, there's no acrylic there. And you can see the holes right here.
because it doesn't
Oh,
extend all
right
the way
here.
to the other side on the left for the Yoda. It's just floating up there.
That's the force right there, actually. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I always like this look. And see, this is how he does the statues on the bottom and then Hot Toys above them.
Nice.
Now I see the double shell in here.
And yeah, and the cool thing with the half ones is they're pretty sturdy on the top, so you could do statues across the top too if you
Yeah.
like the open case look.
And the cool thing we were just talking about with your shelving is you could put fabric on top so you don't see all these like seams or anything. So
Yeah,
that'd be
if you
cool.
wanted to cover it up, it would be easy. And then the way he connects them, you don't need to go buy anything. When you get Billies, they come with the wall mount. If you want to secure it to the wall, all you do is you take that L bracket, you bang it, you like hammer it in so it's flat, and you use those brackets underneath the top of the Billy and screw them together. And then if you want to make it
Yeah.
more secure, you go underneath the Billies and use those to secure them at the bottom as well. Because you can't see the height of the middle shelf if you're using the full height ones or the half shelves. You can't see underneath, so you won't even see the brackets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. I
good.
love what he did with this Boba Fett. You see, like he used the glass shelf on one Billy and he
Yeah.
put the statue right in
Yeah.
front of it. I
Yeah.
love that right there. That looks great.
Yeah, yeah, it's a pretty
You
nice
can see it
display,
right
man.
Mhm.
Awesome.
I mean, like this guy.
He has a very good eye for displaying.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, look at this.
Displays.
That Millennium Falcon.
Oh yeah, that too. He put a mirror on the bottom. That's cool.
Oh no, it comes that way.
yeah.
Oh really? Yeah. All right. Too much credit to
That's
this
how
guy.
the master replicas come.
Yeah, man. We gotta get this guy in the show next time. But this is awesome stuff. I love this idea. Like, I used to work at IKEA when I was in high school, and we'd throw these away all the time because people would bring them back used, and we just like, no one
They're-
wants this anymore.
I think to answer your question about like stability, Buck, the shelves that the Billies come with are pretty thick already. He doesn't have super heavy statues on any of these. Not like I've had that Ahsoka and it's not very heavy. I'm not sure about these other ones, but I think that just because of the width not being as long as like a PAX display, I don't think you get as much bowing. I think there's a little more stability there, but
Also, like when you mentioned that he uses the metal brackets to like secure them, that also
Yeah.
helps. And the fact that he has so many stacked side by side, that will give it more structural stability as well.
yeah,
Oh
definitely.
man, this is a good idea. I love this idea.
Yeah. think the only thing I hate about like these IKEA doors, because I have doors like this on my Besta.
I'm
Um,
jealous. I love those doors.
they're like, see how it's misaligned at the top? It's so
Yeah.
hard to align them.
Oh,
Really?
there's a video on how to do that. I'll show you. But
Okay.
I was freaking out about that too. I know what you mean. Like they're not level. Like the
Hmm.
door looks like a little bit higher than it's supposed
Yeah.
to be. On,
Yeah.
yeah, I have a friend who showed me the video. It's really Here, yeah, I can see what you're talking about right here.
Yeah. That used to bug the shit out of me with DTOS. I would line up 4 of them, and getting them all perfectly level was annoying.
Yeah. Eddie, one question for you: the felt that you use, or the fabric that you used,
Yeah.
what glue did you use to, I guess, keep it level?
I use a hot glue gun. There's like other stuff. I mean, you could use fabric or fabric. I don't know. Well, I just figured the hot glue gun would work because I don't know if fabric glue would have held to the wood or not. But I had a hot glue gun, so I used that.
If it works,
But you could
it
also
works.
use like staples and whatever you want. I only had to double up the top ones with fabric underneath because you could see those, but the other ones, they're only the fabric only goes around the edges, so the bottom of it is still exposed compressed wood, but you don't see it anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Eddie, did you ever anchor it to the walls? Being in
No.
California?
No, which is something that I would recommend, but I never got around to it, and I think we did have some earthquakes that year, but nothing
nothing
ever,
big.
nothing
Yeah.
ever crazy happened, and I tried not to put the super heavy stuff at the top, but I mean that Iron Fist is heavy, so
Yeah, it is. And it's an awesome statue.
yeah.
So now I'm just gonna start grabbing guys or people's collections that wanted to give a little bit more info. I'm sure you've seen this Aiden's collection. You guys are familiar with this one, right?
Yeah.
So
I have
Aiden's
never
like,
seen this one actually, so
no way. Are you serious?
I don't think I have.
This is the famous one.
This
though.
looks familiar. I've seen this.
So Aiden's collection's like crazy. So I guess Eddie, Eddie, this is a good question. What do you think these stands are from?
I the the back of them make me think that they're like IKEA stuff because it has those foldable wood things, but I don't know.
So these are from Big Lots, and he calls them, or they're called Andover dressers. So they're
wow.
they're dressers. So like there's 4 shelves that used to go in here, but he took them out.
Oh, like
And
4 drawers.
4 drawers. I'm sorry, yeah,
Yeah.
4 drawers. Yeah.
Oh wow. So they probably come like with that design on the sides of them. I thought he added that. I like the designs. It kind of gives it like a Coliseum
Like,
kind of a
yeah,
look.
the molding on
Yeah,
the
yeah, the
edges.
mold. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But what he did too, he added fabric all around, so it gives that museum look too.
Mm-hmm.
But when he said these were
Dude,
dressers,
this
I
is
was like,
yeah, that's a great idea as well.
Yeah.
Dressers.
because
People.
dressers are sturdy, you like load
Yeah.
that thing up full of stuff and it's sturdy.
Wow, people have good ideas.
Yeah.
Creative as fuck.
Yeah.
And
Cost
like,
effective.
Yeah. You just probably he had to remove like the brackets on the side or the grooves for the drawers and stuff, and that's a good
yeah.
idea.
But this is Aiden's collection. He has one room dedicated to it, but
Wow.
what is it?
I like the way he displays the art prints too.
That's
Mhm.
amazing too, yeah.
That's
'Cause,
cool, yeah.
So what he recommends for I don't know if you guys anyone collects third scale, but he recommends puck lights. They disperse the light evenly between all your statues. To me, it looks. I think that's the way to go. Puck lights for each one.
I think I the reason why I stopped using puck lights. I mean, if you have the ones that are wired, it's fine. But I prefer like having a spotlight that you can adjust the spread of
Mhm.
the light. But I definitely like this top down lighting he has. He gives it that you see shadows it casts on the
Yeah.
statue. Like the way it like just like frames each muscle group. It's
Uh-huh.
really cool. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you especially
Oh
that
yeah.
Superman hush, look at the you get the lights on the top, and then you get the shadows underneath the pecs, the abs, the rib cage, and like it's very nice, very dramatic. I like
Yeah.
that look, and that's why I want to do top lights as well.
So something he also mentioned was like he reinforced it with L brackets because these things are heavy, and a lot of it too he painted black, and then he laid black velvet over it. So if anybody's interested, like go to your fabric store, be the weird guy. But
Or if,
yeah, man, this
or if
is
you
like
don't want to, you could go to a website called I think FWC. They sell fabric online, and you can get good deals there.
there you go. If you
I
want to be
also
weird.
picked I also picked up sewing.
Oh
Oh, there
wow.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Aiden's collection, I think it makes it to the show every week. So, but yeah, man,
Oh man, that's an awesome picture.
this one,
The one with the hush,
yeah,
the image at the back, the lighting. The lighting is
Yeah. It really
Yeah.
is.
but yeah, man. Uh, he also customizes his
Yeah. I was
yeah.
just looking at those underneath the Superman.
wow. That's actual stone. Is that marble? No. Is it?
I don't know if it's stone. Is it stone?
It seems like it would be because like there's a workshop with a lot of dust there. I don't know.
It'd be really heavy, but I wouldn't put
The
it past
blacks,
them.
no, but they're like kind of slimmer, but still though. That's really awesome.
Aiden says they're wood.
The wood, okay. It ends up looking like stone because of the texture on it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Very
I love it.
nice.
So the way I divided the next pictures, they're all of these are bestas. Just to let everyone know, bestas are from IKEA. So the way this guy did it, he put his collection on an L. I'll put more pictures up, but the way he did his lights too was interesting. He uh, he uses aluminum L brackets, so you don't see the LEDs. They
Mm-hmm.
they cast the light off the aluminum bracket,
Yeah.
and it gives off this look. I love it.
Yeah.
So these are the best units. Same guy, but like these are the best units he uses.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool what he did with them. The same way your friend did
You
with the
know
Billy
What's the
the
difference between the best and the Stuve?
Deep
stuvas are deeper.
Death. Yeah.
Oh, they're deeper. Okay.
Um, when Buck was saying he got the aluminum tape, there's a guy on our channel. His name's Ian. He does OFAC. He told me to get the Bestas and put aluminum around the edge of the inside of the door, and that'll reflect light back even more light. So you don't. So if you have the LED strips, it'll
Oh
reflect
yeah.
even more light in them. So he did that on all the inside of his Besta doors,
There you
which is
go.
also good.
That's great, great, great tip. I was gonna ask, how did you say he did this? The lighting, because it's very good on these statues because it enhances that sci-fi look.
Hmm.
The light that's like
Oh,
rimming
you're
the
right.
edge.
You're right.
I have a picture of the brackets. I'll show you guys in a second, or like in the next couple pictures. But you're talking about these, right? The lights
Yeah,
here.
those
Okay.
ones.
Yeah. I'll definitely show you guys.
That's a good
But
point, Buck. I don't think a lot of people would think about the sci-fi look. That's a good point.
it definitely gives off a sci-fi with the
Yeah,
light.
yeah.
Because without the lights, it's just But yeah,
They
you can
have
see.
really glossy paint on them too. So
Uh-huh.
the way it like picks up the highlights, it's pretty awesome.
Oh, I
And you
love
can
that
see,
Thor under there.
yeah, looks like he
But
only did that lighting on these statues too. So he's probably thinking about that in himself.
it's weird though because like the way he has a position. Let me see. Let me find a good picture. So the next couple pictures are going to show it. This is a Besta unit right here. It's a 2 shelf Besta unit, and
Mm-hmm.
he has like a corner that I would have never used it on, but the way he used it was he put 3 of them together on that corner unit and he combined them, so it gives off that look.
Yeah.
I
They
love that
rounded
idea.
it. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a good idea.
Put some shelves in there. Then you put the glass doors. Oh, and these are the brackets that I was talking to you guys about. You see that?
Oh, he used the L's to connect them to each other.
Hmm.
Yeah, that way it's a smaller seam line when you
Yeah,
combine
yeah.
your Bestas, your Billy bookcases, and everything. They sell them. They don't even sell them. They give these away for free at IKEA if you guys need. But like this, he also added these. So I don't know if you guys could see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to be
Yeah.
gentle with these though. The wood splinters easily.
Yep. They're particle wood too.
I think
So
it's
you have
MDF,
or MDF. Okay.
maybe.
But yeah, I love what this how this guy showed all his collection, but then he also showed what he did. So it's pretty cool.
Nice.
So this is what Bucks probably looks like right here. I
Yeah,
love these doors, man. These doors are the best.
they're nice. I found them on Craigslist.
I found one, but I need like one more to put on.
You got to keep collecting them. They'll always show up. Some random person wants to get rid of their Bestas, and like they don't know that I'm just buying their entire unit for the door. But like, it's like, oh man,
So I've had Vestas as well, like back then. An idea I came up, and I never ran into it. That's what they're called, tombos.
yeah,
But
Tombo,
an
yeah.
idea like someone showed me was to take these I guess what would you guys call these?
The dividers.
Partitions?
The dividers. Yeah, you take the dividers out, and it becomes an open shelf basically.
Sounds like an awful idea.
So
Then you
that's what
lose.
I'm scared of.
Uh,
It might
You can't put
bow.
anything on top.
It's especially on this. It's like
Yeah.
three. It's like it's too long,
Mhm.
and it's not. I mean, you need a way to brace like
You'd have to find a
and
super
even
long
then
rod to.
yeah, and even then it wouldn't still be that sound because all the pressure would then be put on the sides, and however you anchor that brace you use to the sides
Mhm.
on both sides, anything in the middle that's very heavy would be putting so much pressure. It will be yeah. I would not recommend anyone ever does that.
That's gonna be bowing like the twin fits.
Yeah.
That's what I did though. Like I put all my Bowens in there so they could just Bowens are 1/6 scale. They didn't weigh
Hmm.
too much, but I didn't put anything on top either.
All right.
There,
Okay.
it was
Well,
nice
as long if
to
you don't
have.
put anything on top, then you're fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
If you don't put anything on top, you're good actually.
Yeah.
But if you put something on top, you're asking for trouble.
So this guy showed his or shared his collection, but they call these curio shelving. I thought they
Yeah.
were
I've
like
seen those
china cabinets
around,
or something. But when
like
I
the
s-
sliding
when,
doors.
mhm. So he also mentioned that he put weather stripping in there, so there's like dust doesn't get in there. And I thought I didn't even think about that with like the detops. People put
Yeah, you use
weather strips in there.
weather strips or foam strips to
Hmm.
keep dust out.
But he also mentioned, that's what he uses,
Yeah.
and I think it looks great. I mean, I'm kind of scared for like the shelves, but he doesn't put anything crazy, crazy statues up top,
Mm-hmm.
so he's safe about that.
Awesome.
This guy.
Yeah. Put that on the bottom.
So the next bunch of pictures that we have is custom shelving. And honestly, like if you guys are looking to take this route, like take your time, look at a billion videos, and just make sure when you're doing like it's just like measure. What do I say? Measure once. No, what is it? Measure once, cut.
No.
No,
Measure
measure
twice.
twice,
Measure
cut
twice,
once.
cut once.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't go back. But man, look at this. It's like this is like quarter scale right here, and look how much room he has to
Yeah.
put more. So
Yeah. Once, as long as you have the tools and it's your own place, stuff like this is the way I would go. I'd build this myself. Once I get my own place, yeah, this is what I would do to like display my statues.
yeah. Also, like, there's people out there that have already done this 1 billion times. Like, just copy their frame or their like blueprint,
Mhm.
because it's already been done. You don't have to like recreate the wheel or anything. So I thought this was an interesting frame because it's all 2x4s. So 2x4s are pretty sturdy, and
Yeah.
I think, this will look pretty cool. Another custom one I found. I love the frame he used here. It's like very thin. I think it's metal too, but
Are these 1/5
I think
statues or 1/6?
this is 1/6. This is a
Oh,
old
okay.
Bowen. These are Bowens.
Mm. Yeah, looks good.
I like that. I like that a lot. That is
Yeah.
clean, minimal.
And also, like everyone, like there's risers, like they sell everywhere. Like the ones I buy, they're from this place called the Container Store. I think it was like $15 for two of them. You could get them different levels, different like widths, but a little a little riser, changes it up a lot. So if you guys are
Mm-hmm.
looking for it, they're everywhere. Have you guys found any risers around where you got, or you guys recommend anything for risers?
Yeah.
Amazon.
You could
Amazon.
go to
For sure.
Amazon, but just be
Yeah, you can
careful. Sometimes you get some crap from
Yeah,
Amazon.
but they're so cheap. I mean, like the price that you can kind of gamble, I guess, until you find the right one.
Yeah. So what I would say, I guess, let me rephrase that. Depending on what you're putting on top of them, if
Yeah.
it's something that's lighter like this, then yeah, go Amazon. But there's a place that's close by to me. They're called Tap Plastics,
Oh,
and
we have those too.
yeah, if you have one near you or just any kind of plastic fabricator, you could go there. They definitely sell these, and like they'll sell them in the size. You can get custom sizes if you want. They'll bend them for you. Um,
Oh,
or you get like and get the thickness you need. So yeah, that's always a good route if you want to get something slightly custom, and even they'll do it for like a very cheap price.
Aiden has a good question. Want to see Danny's collection? To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Moment
Still
of
a work in
truth.
progress, man. But
I know
one
you
day,
guys know who this belongs to.
The
Yeah.
Dark Lord.
door.
So, I remember someone like these shelves are from Walmart, but he took out like there's like
back.
four.
The
It's
dividers.
the dividers. Yeah, he took the dividers out and made it into like open bookshelf, I
Didn't
guess.
They're
Mr.
like
Extreme do that too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think
Yep.
so.
Yep.
they're the Calex shelves, right? This
I
is the
think these
same kind of shelves, aren't they?
Yeah, like
Oh
those
yeah, yeah,
cam
yeah.
shells. Yeah, like with
The
the
Calic.
yeah.
I've seen them at. I don't know if you guys have Albertsons in your area, but Albertsons uses them for displays and stuff. It's like a grocery store. Sometimes they'll get rid of them and throw them in the back. You might be able to get them for free, but they're pretty banged up. You would have to like paint them or.
Yeah.
But I
So
see them
Eddie
there.
says, "Look in the back."
Wow.
But what do you guys think of the LEDs being like around? I guess the effect he was going for was to light up the
Yeah.
statue itself, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're
Also,
fine with exposed LEDs, I think it's fine. If you want to
yeah,
hide it, it's easily hideable. So.
in person, I don't think they show up like that. It might just be the camera.
Oh
Or
yeah, yeah.
That too. Yeah. But yeah, I love the effect that he got. Like this is like the Darth Maul is kind of hard to light up because he's so dark, and the way he got it, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Another custom one like someone built.
Oh wow.
This is like next. So this is basically almost like this, man. To be honest, like the frame.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want to go for that, like decorate it after, like definitely doable.
He's got full. That's huge. Full scale busts in there.
Yeah. This goes for bucks. I thought this. Well, this reminded me of Buck.
Oh yeah,
that's
the,
pretty clean.
Jeez.
I've seen this before. Is this Ronnie Stark?
Yeah. Yep. Ronnie.
Yeah,
Oh, this is Ronnie Starks?
insane
this-
collection. This guy.
yeah. This is like the size of my apartment. This. Whole,
But this is basically Buck's idea on steroids. You know.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is like custom, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, this would cost. You know, whenever I see something like this, this costs a lot of money, probably. But then again, he lives somewhere else. He lives in another country. I think an
Aiden
Asian
says it's
country.
Ryu, Alex, not Ryan.
Right. Okay, wrong then. Good, Aiden. Thanks for that correction.
This one's very well known now. I follow this guy ever since the beginning, and I was like, this is gonna be awesome. Like, this is a. I wanted to get. I found this picture on my old set of pictures. This is how he started off. So, like, the frame. If you guys want to copy this frame, copy this frame. This is it's already built off for us, but you'll see it little by little.
Oh, I've seen this as
Oh,
well.
that looks dangerous.
I've seen this.
He
Can
puts
you
up
guys see
Yeah,
what
you
he
always
did?
show the progression, right?
Yeah, you put it on the
Yep.
beam.
Oh my god,
He
that would
balanced
give me
it.
a heart attack.
this. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. Yeah.
I just balanced it on the beam. No, hell no.
Yep, this is Vincent's. Oh, what's up, Peme?
What's up, man?
Hey, Americas.
But he paints it.
That's clean.
Yeah, that
He
looks
adds
nice.
more molding to it, and this is the final product.
The panels, the molding looks beautiful.
Yeah, I love the molding. Yeah, that's a nice touch compared to I would have left it like this. Not my. I'm not
I probably
artistic
would have been
or
done there
anything.
too.
Yeah, I would have been
But it's a nice little addition.
mhm. The final product's amazing.
Yeah, now and then painted, it just looks even better.
Looks like it has like a kind of metallic sheen.
So what he used was this I forgot what he called it, concrete sand based look. Like you put
Oh, the
sand
spray
over it
paint?
and yeah, and it makes it look like concrete or sand. So but I see the metallic look you're talking about, Buck. I love it.
It's very reflective.
It matches. It feels very Gothamish.
Yeah, yeah. But this is his movie room too, so this guy's
Now, this guy clearly had a miter saw when he was making these stuff. I want one of those bad boys.
And going back into garage shelves, this is a gladiator shelf you guys were mentioning.
These are the smaller ones I think that I was talking about, Buck. They
Yeah,
have the black gladiator look on it already.
yeah. That so I think that is like a slip mat thing that you put on top of the wire.
Oh, okay.
But
That makes
'cause
sense.
I think they do come with these ones. These are like the easy connect.
Mm.
This looks cool. He put two of them together, and I love how he did
Yeah.
that.
It's a lot
See-
of space.
When I started collecting statues, these are the pictures that they make you think that they're smaller than they are.
Mhm.
I remember
Yeah.
I would look at it and be like, "Oh, I have a wall. I could do that." And you don't realize that that's a lot bigger than it looks in the picture.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Dude, there's something about these garage, the wide shelvings, and then when you put an X-Men team or Avengers team, it just makes
Yeah.
it look so epic.
Crazy
Like
lineup.
the goat.
Yeah.
Jamie
Jamie-
Goat
McGill's.
was the
Yeah.
perfect
His
example.
is just perfect, and then you have Jason C's X-Men collection. It just looks perfect. When you
Or
line it up at that team.
Collector's Therapy. He had the same thing
Yeah.
with his X-Men.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right behind
too.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your favorite pieces in this lineup?
Dude.
I don't
This
I don't
It's
one.
like
easy to
talking
pick what you
about
don't
favorites
like.
with Buck. I feel like he's gonna
Oh man, no, not
You're
like
gonna
that.
shoot them down.
I don't want
I would
I don't
never
want it
do
to-
that. If someone was like, "I like this piece," to me, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, it's got these issues." Oh, I hate this.
I'm
if
just
it's
messing
something,
around, man.
no.
Obviously the Daniel Bell ones stand out to me just because I love his work, but the Iron Fist, the Panther, and the Thor are gonna stand out to me.
Nice.
For me, the Black Widow, the what's her name?
Mystique.
Mystique. Yeah, Black Widow, and the Captain America has been growing on. I have the Captain America, and he stands out like crazy now. I'm really glad I got them.
Same.
How about you, Danny?
I think I can say the one that I probably don't favor as much because I like them all. I love them all. I think it's the Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
The Captain Marvel.
on the
It's
left.
probably it
A
looks
lot-
great, but it's probably the weakest out of all of them.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of
I can
people
see
like that piece.
But I think Iron Fist. I don't know. That fucking Iron Fist is one of my top fave statues. I
Exactly.
mean, I don't own it, and I don't feel like I would own it, but I just always think that's one of the best statues I've ever seen.
Yep. The base is awesome. Excellent sculpt on Iron Fist. I just wish they did the light up differently on the torso.
Me too.
Without the shirt.
Me too.
Yeah. For me, the pieces I like the most are the Sideshow Cyclops, the Phoenix from XM, Breaker Brimstone, Captain America, Black Widow,
Black Widow's
Daniel Bell.
awesome.
Yep. Daniel Bell Thor, Thanos on Throne, and the Moon Knight. Moon Knight is pretty awesome as well.
Yeah, I like that Moon Knight.
I wish he put him up here. Or
Yeah, I know.
they
I
put
was
him up-
thinking that too.
Yeah.
And even the
Kinda-
Namor. I mean, having that octopus is just it's just like an epic
Yeah.
piece.
That's
That
I
is
know
great.
Ark has that.
It has a big
I've-
piece.
I also I like that Black Bolt. I don't know a lot about the character, but I've always liked that Black Bolt.
Dude,
Nice.
he's super powerful.
Oh, the Black Panther is cool. I don't know why I missed him. That's cool.
He's awesome, dude. I've
My
always
Yeah,
liked
that's
favorite-
one of the
statue.
another better ones too.
Yeah, my favorite Black Panther is like the 5th scale at the Avengers Assemble line by Sideshow, but it's too small.
Does he have the spear? Or is
Yeah.
he the one with the
He has a spear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
But let's get back into topic. But more garage shelves. This guy, I love what he did. Like he bought. This looks like one you see at a library, or you see at the factory, or like at a Home Depot or something. They put all their tools and everything. But he took up literally the whole wall.
Yeah, it
With this
fits
thing.
perfectly in there, yeah.
Yeah. And this is not going anywhere, man. Like none of these things are gonna affect the weight. I mean the shelving. So
Mm.
it's perfect. And like Eddie was saying, like he took advantage of the shelf right here. He put the small ones under there. So I thought it was cool. So this other guy is pretty cool what he shows. So he bought, a regular garage shelf and he painted it, but he put acrylic all over it. But what
Yeah.
he used to put this together is Velcro.
Oh wow, that's very simple. I would have
Yeah.
never thought of that. That's nice.
And you can't see it. Like if you look at the front, you cannot
Yeah.
see it. Yeah. But he uses Velcro through the whole thing.
And that would help seal it so
Even
no
tighter,
dust gets
yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
And then like he showed like a big this must have been expensive.
Not really. It's a really thin sheet.
Mm.
So the thicker it gets, probably, and it's still big, but like it's usually from when I was shopping for acrylic, it's like the thickness was what like really bumps up the price.
Oh, okay.
So he also made a video on how to do it. Okay. I
Oh, wow.
forgot. It says should change this so Vision is using his power and coming through the middle, not hidden. Oh, that's true.
Nice.
The other one we saw. Yeah, like I was looking at that Vision. Kind of right in the middle. But yeah, like Velcro, I would have never thought of that. That's a easy,
That's a
simple
good
idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gonna
I
do
think
that.
what's his name? The goat used magnets because the frame is metal.
Mm,
You could
So he
also
just
get
applied
magnets.
magnets, I guess.
You would have to. Oh, you could get magnetic strips, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
even that works too, Danny. That's
And he did the same thing with the sheets,
a good idea.
the fabric.
runs
Dude, I
about
might think about going
$70.
this route too, man. That's why I like looking at this stuff and all
Yeah,
the
me
group
too.
stuff.
I've
You guys
gotten
get
like
ideas for when you
4
set up
ideas
when
that
you
I
want
want
to
to
set up your
steal.
stuff. Yeah,
it's
love
not
it.
stealing, man. We're sharing all this, so it's
Dude, you know what Picasso said? Good artists borrow, great artists steal.
like I'm gonna steal that. That's good.
Probably
I
wasn't
like that.
even Picasso's quote.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, I love this look.
Yeah.
It's really, really
It's
cool.
And then
clean.
put the fabric underneath the bust on top as well.
Sorry. Yep. Yeah, that little fabric looking like it's like all over
Yeah.
the place. I like that. I just want this one, man. That's all I want. But yeah. He even has his bus in here. I love this man. Like I wouldn't be scared at all putting these busts on top of this thing, like on top of garage shelves.
No, they're pretty sturdy.
Hmm. So I wanted to get into lighting a little bit. So this guy, this is
Actually,
the
hey, I gotta take off.
You're good. You're good.
So, thanks for having me on. I'll see you guys later.
Peace,
Later,
man.
Thanks
Danny.
for peace, man. But so this guy uses Velcro. He puts Velcro like on all four sides, and he uses those angle. I don't think he put a good picture of it, but basically he uses the angled aluminum strips. I'll show
Mhm.
you guys in one of the pictures I have, but that's how he lays it. So the light isn't so you don't see this LED
Mhm.
effect.
Mhm.
But I'll get more pictures in a little bit. Oh, actually, it's right here. So you lay the LED on here,
Hmm.
and then like what Buck was mentioning earlier with the film, with the frosted film, it like
The
gets rid of
diffuser.
that LED. Yep, gets
Yeah.
rid of that LED lights.
So it comes with a track.
Yeah.
Mhm. I love how they say it not included right here. But so the cool thing about this too is you could get this like any length you want, and you could buy this in Amazon as well. And also it comes with like the little curve thing right here.
Mhm.
But it just basically gets rid of the LED effect, and it also like keeps them straight. You know. Although
Yeah.
I see a lot of people like with their LED strips are kind of like all over the place,
Yeah.
and to me that's like something that
So
would easily help.
he attached the panels with Velcro. Is that what the Velcros were?
That's what he did, yep.
Oh, okay.
But there's double-sided tape. That's what I used on mine. But I don't know why this one was. But spotlights. What's your guys' opinions on spotlights?
I prefer them to having LED strips because you get more dramatic shadows.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they have their place for certain displays. I always liked LED because I like the surrounding light, but I do see Buck's point with the shadowing effect of spotlights.
Yeah, if you have like enough of them, because the thing is, you can still get like a spotlight effect and have lighting elsewhere. It's just a matter of how you balance your lights. If you have the surrounding lights like dimmer, you just get like some fill light in your shadows, right? So your shadows aren't like you can still see the I'm gonna say the information. Let's just go with that. You can still see the detail inside the shadows that are being like created by the spotlight because there's gonna be bounce light in that from your other lights. But like you want the most intense light source to be the spotlight, and you get
Yeah.
like some really nice like fall off and like beautiful shadowing, and it just looks very dramatic. I like the dramatic look with the statues.
Mhm.
Scaling. Like, do you think that works for like do the spotlights work for all scales? Like, if you were to collect Hot Toys 6 scale and then quarter scale, third scale, do you think it
Yeah,
works better for one over the other, or?
it would work with those. It's just a matter of the kind of look you want for your collection, right?
Mhm.
Mhm. So yeah, even like Pepe says, I prefer spotties over LED strips, more moody.
Exactly. That drama.
miniature works with certain displays. I tend to like to paint the miniature spotlights, and you can't do that with strips. So yeah, Aiden was mentioning this also. With spotlights, they usually come warm white or like cool white.
Hmm.
So I think he either paints them or he puts like a certain filter over it. It gives the statue a different effect, right, with different colors.
Yeah.
So there's
Mhm.
that as well if you guys want to use that. But going back to this aluminum thing, I just remembered for my setup, I use this thing. Or like, let me see if I could do solo. I use if you guys ever put tile up before, if you want to get rid of like the ridges on the end, they put this like little. It's PVC. It's really light, but it's strong too. Like I can bend it to a certain amount. But the thing I like about this is like you guys could you guys see how it's
Yeah.
angled? So
Yeah.
it's flat on the bottom. So you put this on your shelf, and then I put my LEDs right here.
Mhm.
So it's like angled at 45 degrees.
That's nice.
Yeah, and
That's a
it's
good
really
idea.
light, and I
So
cut
it's
it with scissors and everything,
yeah, so it's easy to cut. It's light, and you can use double sided tape because it's very light.
and it's $3. So
Nice.
they use it for tiles, so you could get rid of like stuff like that. But just to go off that aluminum thing.
What's it called for anyone that's interested? What do you call that?
So I would look into the tile department, and it's PVC merge something. But I'll definitely bring it up, or I'll look it up after the show and put it in the comments. That's something else I wanted to mention. If anyone comes up with any ideas or like they have a question about something, put it in the comments after the show so I could go back and answer it or whatever. I don't know if I'm going to remember everything. But I think we're almost yeah. So now we're getting into Maji cases. Do you guys have Maji cases?
Nah. It looks slick though.
They look good. It's just the wait time and the money. I don't want either of those things.
I saw something just this was like 600, $700. That's before shipping, and then the wait time was 8 months.
Yeah.
I
They
don't know.
they
How much? Like I don't know how small the packages are, but shipping might not be that bad on these, depending on the size.
Mm.
I don't think shipping is that bad. They come in like it's all disassembled when you order
Yeah.
them, so they're able to ship them pretty well.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to get Danny on this one because he has Maji cases, but I think his complaint was the shipping time and then assembling. That's the biggest
Yeah, a lot of
complaint.
people say that the first assembly is rough, but it gets easier as you build more. I think, but there's a lot of videos out there. I know. I've seen several. I know Astro did one for his. So
Yeah. They look
Yeah.
great. They come with the glass, the lighting, and like everything else, like the felt pads and everything. They look great.
mm-hmm.
The most enviable part about the Maji cases are the metal fabrication, right?
Yep. Yep. And they come, so they're very customizable too. So if you go to their site, they're very customizable.
Yep.
I don't think they were actually built for statues. I think they were originally built for something else, but
I think Lego. I think that
Legos,
whoever,
yeah.
yeah, the
They
big
found their market
Lego
here.
collector, whoever
Mm.
created them.
So Super Miguel says the waiting time is dumb for me paying so much money and you have to wait almost a year. Yeah, last I saw was 8 to 12 months.
I
So
think it got a little extended with what's going on in the world right now.
Mhm.
I think it used to be 6 months.
The waiting time sucks, but like I mean,
We're
it's
used to waiting, right?
yeah, not just that, but it's like it's a very bespoke kind of thing for the most part, and I think they're running a small operation generally. So
yeah.
yeah,
This is actually comes from Beme right here. He measured it all out and everything.
Oh, nice.
nice.
These are third scale too, man. So these cases are huge.
This is the metric system. What is this?
Even Aiden says, I'd rather pay a carpenter to do exactly what I want and it will work much better.
Yep, I agree. I would rather do it myself. I just think like the idea of getting sometimes it's just doing stuff like the Maji case is so easy. You don't have to bother. You know it, it's tried and true. You don't have to
Mhm.
put any like your time is very valuable. And so if you're paying to save your time and like you don't have to sweat and put much effort into it, I think it's also worth it for a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, like, what else are you going to be doing, right? Like, you're going to be getting more statues. So, like, let somebody else work that case while you're getting more statues.
And you get to keep it forever afterwards.
Yeah. This really creeped me out. The
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
that's huge.
I thought I was a little kid at first. I was like, oh my God. But
What is
yeah,
that, third scale? Or half?
I think that's half scale, to be honest.
It doesn't feel quite big enough to be half.
It is half. It is
Yeah.
half. Just looks weird and like sausagey. His limbs and like it's such. I think it's yeah.
You see what Benjamin wrote? He says 1/3 don't belong in Machi cases.
Man, I've seen some good 1/3 emoji cases.
Yeah, I think Gem Mint mostly has 1/3 in his, I think.
Yeah, he has a berserk line on his.
Yeah, but most of that line is quarter scale.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Never mind, because those are quarter scale.
But he does have I think he has the third scale guts in there.
Yeah.
They look really clean. I'm not gonna
That
lie.
is crispy. Looks museum like.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
For me,
I've
that would
never
be the
seen
end
these.
goal.
Wow.
Get
But
my
yeah,
collection looking like a museum.
it's like we said in the very beginning. There's no wrong answer. These are just pricey and like the waiting time. If you're good with those two, it's just. And they also come in white. If anyone's interested.
Yeah. I like, I, I like this. I like the idea behind this, but in some places it looks like maybe it's getting too messy with the fabric.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right here.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, so this is a cool picture of someone assembling them. So, you would think you're just getting a bunch of display cases, but they have what's this tape? Oh, it's double-sided, I guess sheets to protect the glass.
Yeah.
Mm.
So the acrylic doesn't get scratched
Yep.
during shipment. Get
But
that flash.
it's funny. This would be me too. I'd be so impatient. I'd be like, I gotta put something in there today. But I pulled this one out from the old channel. Like, this is the back of the Maji cases.
Bruh.
Yeah.
And like when you're done, you just like push all that to the back against the wall.
I
Money
wonder-
bucks.
It must be light. It must be pretty
So
light.
I wonder if they have like some type of soft material on the bottom, or is it all metal on the bottom? What do you guys think?
I don't know. I'm guessing metal. It's just the channeling. I don't think that they give you unless the bottom board there that has the velvet or that material on top of it is double sided, but I think it's all metal.
It's all
At
metal.
least the frame is 100% metal. So.
Maybe when this person was constructing it, they put something underneath so they could slide it.
I would have.
It's
Otherwise, you
possible.
just damage your hardwood floors.
Yeah.
So another idea for displays is pedestals.
These are nice and they have a nice look, but
Yeah,
they
they-
are overpriced. Like literally, very, very overpriced for what
Wasn't-
they are.
Didn't Sideshow say they were working with a pedestal company to sell
Yeah.
pedestals on their site?
Yeah, that white one
Uh,
with the 4 lights that go.
Those
Yeah.
look really cool. Overpriced as well. I went and I checked just to put one statue. Man, it came up to over like $700,
Hmm.
and like we hadn't even talked about
Jeez.
shipping and taxes yet.
Like
So
something
like
like this.
this would have been like it's so weird. This isn't that tall, and the way the height affects the prices on these is so stupid. When you're getting someone else to make it for you, if you wanted to make your own pedestal, it would be so cheap in terms of material cost,
Hmm.
and then the amount of time it takes also like not that much. Because you know those other custom displays you were showing with the wood like frames, it's
Mm,
more or
Yeah.
less the same construction for this.
yeah.
It's more or less the exact same thing. So I don't know why they charge so much. It's a ripoff. And the LEDs, they're not expensive. The only expensive component is like if you have an acrylic top and you're like this, and it's not that expensive. So it always blows my mind how much they charge for these.
The
Yeah,
only thing that
it's
worries me about pedestals is I have a dog and he'll bump into stuff and I don't know
Sorry.
how like heavy they are or sturdy, you know, if he hits it with his tail. Cuz even if he doesn't like run into it, his tail wagging around, he's a big dog, so his tail is pretty heavy and it whips hard, so that worries me about having
I like how Late Night Trip says that's why I like Buck.
it.
Here's more pedestals. These are tall.
yeah.
Yeah. They do have a nice look. They have a very like museum look, very
Yeah.
classy. Yeah.
I'll probably have some when I have like
Yeah.
a large display area.
If you have like I always thought they look good like if you have a hallway leading up to the display area or something or like a little corner or something. There's always a nice little area you could have a little pedestal and have it on there.
Benme says Buck saving you bucks.
Oh man,
Is that
terrible
is that
pun.
is that where the nickname came from? Saving
Oh
you
my
bucks?
god.
I thought Eddie was gonna say the dog would treat it like a fire hydrant. Oh my
No way.
god.
Luckily he doesn't do that anymore. They're both my dogs are house trained, so
So this was my collection probably 2 years ago. Just bought a ton of
this is
bestos.
yours?
It used to be mine. Well, yeah, this was mine. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So I was just buying everything, man. I was like just getting I had more Bowens, but I was like, I'm gonna
Oh,
start going
those are
to the
the
quarter scale,
bronze ones?
the bronze ones. Yeah,
I like the Thor.
yeah. I,
Nice.
I love the Thanos, but I sold that one. But yeah, this is what like it all started out as, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
That Brainiac stands out.
Yep. There's nowhere else you could go in the Bestas. So.
Do you still have the Mysterio?
No, I sold it to
I was gonna
somebody.
say I don't remember seeing that in your background.
I loved it, but it was just I started doing DC and then it just got out of control. This is how it is now. So I got mine from a like I said, the Container Store. So basically a bunch of shelves and just well, they call it garage shelving actually. But if anyone's interested, each square foot holds up to 100 pounds. So I'm not really worried about it coming down or anything.
The brackets or the channels are just the tops, like the top bracket. Is that the only thing that's uh like connected to the wall, or are the channels running down drilled into?
Just on the top.
And so these just kind of slide into them.
Yep. So it's cool because like you could buy shelving like 12 inches, 18 inches, 24 inches, and you could move these. You could slide them around like you said.
Yeah. So
And those are
did it
like
come with the brackets and the shelves too, or did you get that somewhere else?
They all come from the same store, and like you could customize this to like no end. You see like this white I
Yeah.
guess beam right here.
Yeah.
So usually it has holes in them, right? Because you want to move the
Yeah.
shelving and everything, put the brackets in there.
Mm.
But the Container Store also sells covers, so you could put on top, so it
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
give. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed in your background some are covered, some are not.
Yeah, I just bought more, so I just ran out of that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is it's I think all of this because I bought it during a sale. It cost me I think like 200 $300. But this is like all of it. This is like the brackets, the shelving, and yeah, I thought it was
Excellent price. What
yeah.
about so the top is drilled into the studs, right?
So the way I did it, they give you anchors. So each anchor supposedly is like 120 to 150 pounds. But
Yeah.
they also tell you it's kind of weird because they tell you the anchors could hold that much weight, but then each 12 inches, each foot is up to 70 to 100 pounds. The it's I don't know. I have a ton of statues on mine, so it's just
Yeah. How are these secured to the wall? Is kind of like what I'm saying, right? The top part, which is what all this is hanging from, that bar
Mhm.
along the top, those are drilled into the studs in the wall, right?
They're
so
anchors. They're
the
just drilled
stud.
into anchors
Just
into the wall.
into the drywall.
Yeah.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I was
Apparently,
scared
I've
of.
heard that would scare me too, Buck. But I've heard that if you do that correctly, it's supposed to be very secure. I've heard people say like
Mm.
studs you don't need.
God
Y-
damn, I couldn't do that. I would not. Dude, look at but I'm looking at how many statues
I
you
mean,
got behind
yeah,
you,
yeah.
and it hasn't collapsed yet.
So the safety factor is 4 to 1, I think. So it actually could hold up 4 times more, but they cannot broadcast or they can't, tell people that.
What
Yeah.
the fuck,
Yeah, I even like when I took all these down, I was walking on top of each like, I was yeah, I don't weigh that much, but still, I was like, I need to check this
bro?
out.
He's walking on top of it. Wow.
No, okay, that's insane.
I like
That's pretty
Yeah,
the
cool.
I like how you put your storage stuff underneath. I like that it's
yeah.
levitating too from the ground. I like that.
I love that effect too. Like
Um,
there's
what do you prefer open to closed? Do you have like a lot of dust or do you have like an air purifier or
yeah,
how do
that's a
you
good
do that?
question. So like I love my stuff open, but like looking at the garage shelving and everything we looked at today, I kind of like the the acrylic glass, but mine's
Uh-huh.
open shelving. But luckily this room is always closed and I always have a purifier in here.
Okay, yeah,
So
because I get a lot of dust in California and I don't have a purifier right now. I need to get one, but is
Same.
does with the purifier, does that get rid of most of the dust or is there still a good amount of dust?
I tested it once. Like I did 1 month, like on and 1 month off.
Yeah.
Like I noticed it does. Like I had less cleaning to do, so
Uh,
I would honestly say yes, it helps.
all
But
right.
but mine is like right next to like my stuff. I know people put it on the other side of the
Yeah.
room, so I don't know if that's what's helping the most, but I
Yeah.
would say.
Just run your statues over water if you're like worried about dust.
Wow.
That's
So
a good way to clean them, man.
so this is the lighting effect I wanted to get rid of, or the LED effect I wanted to get rid of. Like
Yeah.
I hated seeing this all the time.
Yeah.
So now it like you see how like it just to me it just annoyed me all the time.
Hmm.
So I put that little thing I was telling you guys about, that
Yeah,
little what's it
Yeah.
called? This thing, and it got rid of it.
nice.
Yeah.
And you have like the different mood lighting, red underneath, blue
Hmm.
in the center. It's the purplish.
So if anyone's interested to get rid of light like this, you just buy the little angled, either aluminum, PVC, or whatever, and
The
you
only
get
thing
this.
I would like to do this, but I'm trying not to drill into my walls that much because it's an apartment, and I
Oh, okay.
gotta. That'll come out of my down payment when I move. If I like mess
Dude.
up everything on the walls. I did these for Hot Toys, but a couple holes I can fill up hopefully,
Mhm.
and they won't say anything. But I don't want to like get crazy and do all kinds of wall shells.
Dude,
Yeah, the
I'm gonna.
anchors are pretty big, so just
Yeah.
I'm ready to drill into my walls. I'm at that point.
Oh
Um, yeah, and I can fill them easily. I won't even use anything special. I get some plumber's epoxy, fill the
yeah.
hole,
Same.
and I'll spray it with actual, like, the spray orange pill you could just get from the
Yeah.
department store. I'll do that. And if I need to match the white paint, maybe I'll do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It's funny. Luke said, "Good to see the cat again. It's been long." I try to keep her out of here, man. But so I just wanted to give a quick little tip. The acrylic risers, I got these from the Container Store, and if anyone's looking, man, they're a good size.
Hmm.
So
And they can support
Batman,
quarter scales, like they're sturdy.
they're very sturdy. Yeah. And like if you see, I angled this one so like you could see like the acrylic facing towards you, and then I put this one so you could see, you know,
The
there's no
space. Yeah.
reflection or anything. Also, what I've seen people do is put stuff under there so they could like, switch outs or whatever. So
Hmm.
Uh,
it's pretty cool.
looks good.
This is how it looked like downstairs, like when I first had it
Yeah, I
all put
remember that.
up.
You got another display room, Steve?
No, 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 no. I moved this display upstairs. This is the
Ah,
same display. Buck,
okay.
you're crazy.
Yeah.
But just to give you like an example, like I don't know if you guys ever seen the OG Bane. This guy's like the heaviest statue of them all, and he's there.
He's heavier than that Thanos?
I would say just about, or probably way heavier.
Wow.
I gotta look that up.
Damn. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
he's heavy. He's heavy.
Okay. Never owned that piece.
But see, this is another cool thing with like this with this type of shelving. You could move you
Yeah.
could just keep
Yeah,
your
you can
shelf
slide it up
there.
or down. It's adjustable. That's what I like
Oh,
about this setup.
yeah. If I were to create 1/6 scale, I could put a shelf right there, put another shelf right here, wherever I want. But yeah, this is my old setup right here.
It's
Oh,
nice.
and like the covers. I don't know if you guys see the covers on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost them. So I gotta go buy some. But you can put covers
Wow.
on the top too.
It still blows my mind. You just anchored this into the drywall. Like I can't. Oh man, it's giving me anxiety, bro.
I know,
Now
man.
that
It
I
gave me
know.
anxiety like crazy too. So I had to do that walk of faith,
Wow.
Yeah, it helped me good, man. But yeah, man, that's 101 pictures, so everyone can look back
Wow.
and see. Yeah, right.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, garage shelving, module cases, Bestas, IKEA. What Luke shared is what was it? The kitchen cabinets or the
The
kitchen
kitchen sink
the
thing
kitchen sink? Yeah, but I
cover
would have never thought
with a
of that.
yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna
Bucks.
do the
What's your thing called? The perfect lighting or
just like light boxes.
Yeah,
light boxes? Yeah, I love that idea. The garage shelving from Money. Like, there's everything, man. Super Miguel says, "Stop being so soft, Buck. Whatever happens, happens."
Oh man, I don't want to ever hear the day like you see like on Facebook, casuals like posting the video of a statue on the ground. You seen those videos, right? Like the
Yeah.
aftermath. Oh man,
Nah.
that would be awesome.
If that ever happened, you'll never see me on Facebook.
Oh,
The channel's over at that point.
Yeah, just shut it down.
Have you guys?
But
That's probably like a tangent. I'll
no,
ask
no, no.
you
What's
guys
up? What's up?
later.
What's up?
I was gonna say, have you guys ever broke anything or dropped anything?
I have. What have I dropped?
I
Oh,
broke.
a friend of mine broke Scarecrow's portrait. I had to take it to the doctor.
Broke a friend?
Yeah.
They're not. You're
She-
not a friend
yeah.
anymore, right?
No, 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 no. She was like, "Oh, this is cool. Like, it actually comes off too." And she was putting it back, and it just fell over.
Oh, oh. She took it out.
That's awful.
You know what we were gonna do? We're not doing it anymore. Get the fuck.
That's too mean. But I was like, I know someone that could fix it. But inside, I was like, you.
Yeah, I had a statue that started leaning, and I was angry, so I smashed it with a hammer.
No way.
What? Wow.
That's the real buck right there.
It's intense. It's intense.
I was like, Sideshow, why you make crap?
Jeez.
Because there was no way I was gonna get a replacement. I didn't buy it from Sideshow, and this was long sold out, like several years, and it's like I could have probably sent it to someone to try to fix, but I wasn't thinking. So
See ya, Cynthia.
peace, man.
So what statue was it, Buck?
It was the Gwen Stacy, J. Scott Campbell.
Oh wow. With the umbrella? Is that?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
too heavy. It was too top heavy. It was leaning, and
man.
then it broke at the ankle. It has a very tiny like key, and the key is just like like how stylized and slender and
Yeah.
small the feet are.
Yeah.
There's one key on one foot, supporting all of that, and it's the umbrella. It's like it's made of resin.
Oh wow.
And it's thick,
yeah.
and then it's like supported on her, but like I should have known.
So what you do again? You hammered it?
Yeah, but I actually have the pieces still in my living room.
You what?
I broke it, man. I broke it with a hammer. It's broken.
Come on,
And
how dare you?
That was pretty. It's pretty fun when you have those things from Sideshow and they break and you can't. You gotta destroy it. They tell you to destroy it. It's in the pictures. Have you ever had to do that, Casual?
No. I've seen it though. Like I haven't
didn't-
had to do that yet.
I didn't have it with a statue. It was a figure, but it was an Iron Man figure, and they said they were gonna send me a refund, but I had to destroy the figure, so I just put the same thing on the ground and just started smashing it a little bit. It's pretty therapeutic, man.
I was gonna say, did that feel good?
Yeah, just beat the shit out of it.
when I broke it, it reminded me of like when you're like having those rage moments in a game. Someone like
Yeah,
only ever broken maybe one, maybe two controllers, but yeah.
I was never one of those guys. So
It wasn't like it's the kind of thing. It's usually it doesn't happen when I'm playing against people. It's if like the controller isn't working properly.
oh, that makes sense.
So, question on this one. Jason says he had to smash the third Prime 1 Batman Hush. When you guys have to smash them, you got to provide proof, but do you have to
Yeah.
give it back to Prime 1 or just throw it
No.
away?
No, you just
Just
show
show
them
them.
a picture.
Oh, man, I'll do that all day. It was tougher. Oh, yeah, then I also saw this. It's tougher than I thought it would be. People that have to do it, they say it's like you drop it, it doesn't break completely. It just like
Yeah,
a little fracture.
might just chip like the nose a little. That's why you need to use a hammer. And, like, smash.
Yeah, you gotta
That'll
really
be the
get in
next
there.
episode.
Put your back into it.
The next episode would be about breaking your statues.
That would be very fun, Jason. Yeah.
Buck, did you rage quit on me on Madden 2 years ago? I need someone to run over their statue on YouTube. But do you guys have any? So I'm sure you guys I picked up on a lot from this episode. Like even putting it together, I was like, man, like what Luke shared and everything. I thought everything was very interesting. What do you guys think?
Yep. There's a
I
few
thought
things
everybody-
I want to
yeah.
try. Because I already bought the garage shelf that I'm gonna put behind me. I just haven't set it up yet. I'm gonna rearrange my display, and I'm probably gonna do the acrylic thing. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm leaning towards doing it.
Around the garage, Shelving?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't know it could be as simple as the Velcro or magnets. That makes it a lot more tempting to do something like that.
Mhm. It just like almost eliminates dusting as a requirement.
I really, I think everybody gave me some interesting points. I like Buck's light boxes.
Yeah.
I like Luke's kitchen, his sink cabinets. That was a good idea. The way I like his custom shelves. They're really nice. There was a bunch of different good ideas. So I actually didn't think, because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I'm like not doing much and I'm just surfing YouTube or whatever and I'm looking, a lot of the times I'll look up display ideas. Like I'll just search display ideas and I'll look at all different kinds of videos. So I didn't think I would come out with any like new or good ideas from this, and I came out with a bunch of good ones. So this was a
Yeah.
good episode, man.
It's crazy, right? Like I do the
Yeah.
same. Like I think I show a lot of pictures all the time, and I think I've seen it all. But then like the understanding behind like some systems or some setups, it's just like I would have never thought of that.
Aiden reminded me how I need to get those spotlights again for like my collection because I like to turn off like right now the way the lights look like it look very blown out. When I turn off the lamp in my room, like the way these look lit up, like when you have a dimmer look and
Mm-hmm.
you have the lights, the down light like shining the light from below, it looks so awesome in the dark. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's the thing about like this like monitors and phones. Like when you're like recording yourself, the light blows up, so it doesn't
Hmm.
look like how it does in person. So yeah, that'll be another episode actually, photography. So
Yeah.
that'd be a good one.
That'll be a good
But
one for me. I need to learn more about that. So
yeah, it's really easy. Well, it's I won't say it's easy, but it's
Once
yeah.
you learn some basic stuff, like if you just get a grasp of the exposure triangle, you'll
yeah,
take a lot better like pictures and like
Mm.
the thing you need the most. Sometimes when like you're just fighting the lighting with your camera and your lighting is awful and it's gonna be hard for your camera to take good pictures. But
Mm-hmm.
like with a DSLR, you can still take good pictures. It's just like lighting is always key. That's the most important part of like taking good pictures.
Buck always recommends to take your statue outside and get the best lighting outside.
I wouldn't say I always recommend that, but I would say like if you can't get good lighting indoors, because it's like sometimes you can't control what kind of lights you have. For instance, in my room, there's no lights on the ceiling. In fact, there's no lights in the room. I have to have a lamp, and like
Oh,
I have this lamp shining a light in the corner into a corner of the room, and it bounces everywhere else.
same.
Um, so that kind of light is kind of shit for like I can
Mm.
see pretty decent with my eyes and it looks good. But if I had a camera, it's gonna struggle to take pictures in that kind of lighting, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on a phone.
Mm-hmm.
We'll definitely go over it on the next episode of photography, but like it's another thing everyone struggles with, like even with that, but also we just finished an episode with like display cases and stuff like that. So hopefully this helps out a lot of people, and like I said earlier, like in the comments after the show, let us know what you think. But
Definitely.
you guys have anything last to say? You guys good?
Order the Prime One Red Death if you haven't.
Wow.
If you're thinking
Wow.
about it, you're not sure, make sure you hop on that.
My man.
Well, thanks, man, and I hope everyone has a great night, and we'll catch up with you guys.